Good evening. I'm going to recap my trading for today. End of the day green, which was okay. Difficult day to trade. We kind of just chopped around, and you can look at this 5-minute chart on my screen, which is the ES or the MES. You can see lots of bottom tails and lots of topping tails, and it's not very good price action. Hard day, it's a chop around day as well. But I still managed to make some profit. Let me just open up my levels from this morning, the pre-market video, and just go through the levels I was watching. So the first level was the big hourly level I'm watching here, which is at 50.52, 50.50, and the reason for that is we've got a couple of pivots. It's an area of demand, and I was waiting for it to come back down into this blue line, which is the hourly trend that goes all the way back to October 2023. So kind of waiting for a reaction. We've seen big reactions off of these areas previously. We couldn't hold below it last week when we tested this area, and we pushed up above it. So I was expecting to see another bounce, but we didn't get down there today. So that's still a level I'm watching for tomorrow. 50.52, 50.60 in that entire zone. Another level I was watching was this area confluence, which is the pre-market high area. We had tops of candles and we had bottoms of candles as well. So you can see there's an area confluence. A little bit of volume in that area as well. So I was hoping it would get up there for rejection. And we've got this hourly trend line, which we put together the all-time high from last week through Thursday and Friday and today. And I'm kind of looking for a reaction off of that trend line. You know, we touched it there, and I was hoping it would come back into it there as well for a big reaction. And you can see we didn't quite make it, but I did take a trade, and that's what I'm going to go into right now. I was using order flow to take my trades, and so when I was watching for a reversal, I really wanted it to get all the way up to 50.90. This is the area I was really waiting for. But you can see I went a bit short. So on my screen is the ES 5-minute chart, or the this is the MES chart, which I used to trade on. And we had the opening candle just here, that's the volume, and it's the opening candle. And we kind of sold off for a bit, and then we pushed back up, and I was waiting for a reversal. The market's slowing down. We had these topping tails coming into this 5-minute 200 moving average. You can see we was holding it, so I was kind of looking for an entry. And my entry was just here, and that was based on order flow. Up in this area, there were some big selling orders. You can see we held that level for some time today, and when we was coming into that area, it just couldn't break. And no matter how many buyers are coming into it, the sellers are pushing it back down. So when I saw that we had no more buyers in the tops of these candles, especially on the 4th candle, I went short. And I was looking to get 30 ticks from this, which was around about here, and it came down. My stop was up here, and even though it came down initially, it didn't quite get to my 3R, because I changed my strategy a little tiny bit recently. Instead of me going for 3R, 5R and 10R, I take 3 contracts and I'm looking for an add. I'm now taking 5 contracts where I'm looking for 1, 2, 3, 5 and 10R, or basically 10, 20, 30, 50 and 100 ticks, with my stops at 10 and 20 ticks above. So that way, when I don't come down and it misses my 3R target, I would take out a little bit of scalping on the way down. And it's a strategy I've set up here, which is, this is my strategy I've got. I'm still refining it, but this seems to be working pretty well. So this 100 tick one is kind of like my runner. So hopefully then I get the first 3, the ones I really want to make the moves, make the money on, and then if I can get 50 ticks, great. 100 ticks is even better. I've done it a few times the last couple of weeks, and I can just leave the orders in place then and let it run and just leave it unattended. That's the kind of the general idea. So I got in today. I only got in with my quantity of 3. This is a slightly different strategy, where this one I get in and look for a profit of 30 ticks, 50 ticks and 100 ticks, with my stop loss at 10, 20 and 25 ticks. And so I got in on that one. I didn't mean to. I meant to take the the quantity of 5, but I was in anyway. And then I realised my trade copier wasn't working, and so it came down. And as it came back up, I thought, you know what, my trade copier, I just got out there for a little tiny bit of profit, and then so I could sort out my trade copier. So I couldn't use it until I sorted it out. And I thought, you know, I'll wait for another trade, which is what I did. Notice the volume was selling off down here as we were coming down, so it looked like we were going to turn around. So eventually I took another short again, similar type of setup as before. I saw it was holding this 200 moving average again, so I went short, and it didn't really work out too well. It kind of came down, come back up, and I got out up here then for a 10 tick stop, and I just took out everything then. I was still testing out I still couldn't get the Apex copier working, so it wasn't a big loss. It's only my one paid account on Apex. I have 20 accounts I trade, and I have a copier which I select the leader account, which is this paid account through Apex, and that's a funded account, and then that copied all my trades to all my evals and my other accounts as well at the same time. So once I sorted it out, then I realised it was a user error. I forgot to select them all. So I had a similar situation again where it was hold in this area. You can see it held it, and then I saw more volume coming up here as well, and you can see that with the increase in volume down here. And so I went short again. Again, I noticed that I was going short in similar areas. That's where all the high volume was. And again, using order flow and cumulative delta divergence to get in. So I short there, and it came down. It hit my, what was that? That was my 2R. I think it hit 2R, and then it came back down, hit the 3R. So that's a decent trade. And then I trailed for break even, so I got out just a little bit above the break even. So that was a decent trade, kind of made up for that little bit of a loss I had there. And then right at the end of the day, I was doing some programming. You can see I've added some new buttons into my NinjaTrader, and I've got a break even, a flat and all, just so it's all in one place, and I can just buy and sell in quantities of 2 as well, so I can get my ads a bit better as well. And as I was watching it, this area yet again, which we've watched here, and here, we started getting some big orders coming in. So I went short here. My stop was there, so I did almost get quite close to stopping out, and then it just sold off. So you can see I took profit here at 10 ticks, 20 ticks, and then I moved my stop to break even, which was there, that level there. And then I started managing it. I shouldn't have bothered, but it pulled all the way back. I saw this big green bar on the 2 minute. It's a solid green bar, and I should really ignore the 2 minute chart. And so I thought, you know what, I'm taking out. I was short from up here, I was short from there, I think I was, and I decided to take profit and walk. And then literally the moment, as you can see, the moment I took profit, then boom, it just tanked. So a bit annoyed, but it is what it is. Had I just left my stop at risk free and break even, I would have been involved in this run. But you know, and it would have hit my 3R, and it would have hit my 5R, and my 10R would have still been running. And I would have got out by then. So there's a lesson there. I really need to just honour my stop loss and just honour my break even, because it was risk free. The moment I moved my stop to my break even, there was no risk involved. So I should have just accepted the fact that it's either going to run or it's going to stop me out. So end of the day was a bit frustrating. Still green day, not a bad green day. And we've got some levels for tomorrow going back into here. So we're watching this bounce area at 52.54 bounce, and that's it. So that's my trade for today. I would go through the order flow. I should have taken some more. I didn't take any screenshots. I normally have my order flowed up so we can go through the trades, but I can go through some of them. So where's my entry? This is this is where I took my entry here. So you can see on the order flow. I should have gone through this as I was talking about it, but my entry was around here, I think it was. We got these 3 pointer controls in a row as well. In fact, we had these 3 points of controls in a row. I'm kind of watching that, and I'm just trying to find where I got in. It would have been here. In fact, it was just here when it pulled back. So I can't remember exactly in that whereabouts it was in this, over this candle. It was either there or as it came down to here, but I think it was probably on this candle because I saw all of these big orders look like limit orders have been triggered. So I got short as it came down, then it kind of went back against me, and then obviously I was back in green on that trade as it came down. And again, saw lots of selling there, so I was confident the trade is going to work. And when we had the pullback, one of the things which I did stand out was a lack of set buyers just there. See that one there? 4 buyers there, just only 28. Look at the numbers below. We've got 1,500, 1,300, 1,100, 1,200, 1,500. So lots and lots of activity, but the moment we came up to this price, nobody is interested. So kind of knew that the trade's going to work, and we had hardly any interest here as well. And then as soon as I saw this come back up, that's when I panic sold. I wasn't even paying attention to this. I was programming, I was coding at the same time. And you know, you can see limit orders were triggering there. We got absorption, and then it just shot down. And if you see the next few candles, so I got out right up here on that volume. And then that's what happened next. It just kind of went down, 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 and I should have really just been paying more attention. So it's my own fault, but that was it. That was my trade, and you can see was a cumulative delta. The other reason I got out, the cumulative delta was increasing, but I suppose the price was also going up as well. Where are we? It was here actually. Here we go. So that was my out on this candle there. So the price was coming down and the cumulative delta was going sideways. So I kind of took a quick look at that and I thought, you know, it looks like it might want to push up further because it wasn't matching exactly what the sell-off was doing. But you know, one of those days where they didn't quite work as expected. But still, decent trade. I got out in profit as well, but I need to work on that a bit more. That's it. Okay, thank you for watching.